What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. This is Marketing with Dev. Make sure you guys give me a like, comment, and subscribe, and hit those bell notifications so you can be notified when I drop new videos like this. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how you guys can run TikTok ads with a small budget. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what I would do if I was running TikTok ads for only $20 a day per ad group. So why do I say $20 a day? Well, for TikTok, you cannot have an ad group that's spending less than $20 a day. That's literally the smallest budget that you can have. So I'm going to show you guys what I would do and how I would make my ads if I was only spending $20 a day per ad set. So y'all ready? Let's go.
What's up, guys? So we are now inside of the TikTok Ads Manager, and I'm going to be showing you guys how you guys can run your TikTok ads with a small budget. But before I get into it, I have to say that I do recommend you guys go into your TikTok ads with as large of a budget as you can, of obviously making sure that it's comfortable for you, not putting yourself in any types of bad situations trying to advertise. But the reason why I say that is because, as you guys probably already know, in business sometimes you have to spend money to make money, and the more you're spending, the faster you can get data and the faster you can see what's working and what's not working to make the proper adjustments to help scale your campaigns. The smaller your budget is, the longer that process is going to take. So that's why I would always recommend starting off with a larger budget if you can, but I understand that circumstances are the way they are, and sometimes you just can't do that, right? So I'm going to be showing you guys how you guys can run your TikTok ads with a small budget. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is you're going to go to inside of your ad account, and you're going to go to campaign at the top. And once we get here, we're going to select this pink create button. And if it asks you which one you want to do, I always like to do custom, just because it gives you more control over what's going on. And now here are your advertising objectives. So we can choose between reach, traffic, video views, lead generation, community interaction, app promotion, and website conversions. So this is honestly going to depend on your business and your business goals, the type of objective that you're going to use. For the sake of this example, I'm going to be using a website conversions because that's probably what most of you guys are going to want to be using anyway. And here we are. Let's just name this for the sake of naming it. It's going to be an example, and it's a conversions campaign. So after we name our campaign, now what we want to do is go on to continue. So now we're in our ad group, and like I mentioned in the introduction, the smallest amount you can spend per day on an ad group is $20. I would not recommend only running one ad group with $20, but if that's the only amount you could afford to spend, then I'll show you guys a good method on how you guys can do that and actually get some success with doing that. So what we want to do is, of course, select your pixel, demo, and then you're going to select your optimization event, whatever that event is. Placements we can leave on automatic. Creative type, automated creative optimization, we can leave this off for now. We're going to want to have custom targeting selected, and the location, you're going to want to choose the country you're in or the country or countries that you want to be targeting. Same for languages. And now when we get to gender and age, so if you guys have a product or a service that is clearly for males or clearly for females, then you would select that. But if you don't, if it's unisex and a male or a female can use it, then we're going to leave it on all. And the same thing for age. So I know for me personally, the 13 through 17-year-olds, I don't know what you may be selling. You may be selling something for children, but I don't. But if you do, then you can select all of these ages. But typically, you'll probably want to select 18 to 24 and up, just because that young demographic, 13 through 17, they may not be the people you're looking for, but they may be. So I would leave the ages like this, just go from 18 to 24 and all the way up to 55 plus, right? Just so we can make sure that we're not showing our ads to people who won't understand it because they're young or can't afford it because, 13-year-olds probably aren't working high and paying jobs, you know what I'm saying? Household income, we can leave that alone on all. And now when we get into the audience, we can select which kind of audiences that we're going to be selecting, right? So here, if we were going to be doing this, we can select between our custom audiences and our lookalike audiences, or we can go down here and we can select which interests that we want to target, or we could do both, right? So I've done many videos in the past showing you guys how to find the proper interests to use for your targeting. So I won't spend too much time going over that in this video, but let's just add some interests. Let's say it's health. Like, I'm just using an example, guys. I'm not really gonna run this campaign, but let's say we have a health product and we're looking for people who are interested in health and things like that, right? So let's go health and fitness, health and wellness, healthy lifestyle, health and beauty, just health services, health benefits, health food, health drinks, health and well-being, health management, men's health, health tips, health supplement. And you guys get the point. You guys are going to add all of the ones that are relevant to you. Maybe it might be more, it might be less, whichever ones that are relevant to your industry or your niche. Those are the ones that you're going to want to select, because your ideal clients are probably going to be interested in these kinds of things if they're related to your industry or your niche, right? So that's why it's very important that we do that. And now let's go down to hashtags, and we can do the same thing, right? So let's type in health to see what kind of health hashtags come up. So we have health food, healthy meal, health facts, healthy drink, healthy hacks. And you guys get the point, right? So we can continue to go on and look for different hashtags if that's what we wanted to do. But for you guys, when you're looking at these different interests and the different hashtags and stuff like that, you guys want to dig as deep as possible to find all of the possible hashtags or interests that would possibly be relevant to your ideal clients and your ideal customers. It's very important that you guys actually do that. And for targeting expansion, you can leave that off for now. You won't need that if you have a large audience. So now we're getting down into daily budget, right? So let's see what happens if I try to have a budget that's less than $20. Right? So it says your budget must be a number between $20 and what is it? That's a big number. It's a lot of money right there. But exactly. So we can't have an ad set or an ad group that is less than $20. Right? So we're going to put this in at $20, and then we can select when we want our ad to be ran, if we want to schedule it, or we can just go ahead and continue on with the setup of the campaign. Now, when we get to bidding and optimization, the optimization goal is going to be conversion, and we're going to select lowest cost, right? So that's going to maximize the number of the results that we can get. And after we have this ad group filled out, we're going to go to the top and name the ad group so we always know what we're doing, right? So we always know what audiences that we're targeting. So we can name this health interests plus hashtags. Just so when we're looking at our dashboard and we have a whole bunch of different campaigns and different ad groups, we don't have to go inside of the campaign to see which audience we're sending this to, right? We already know because we're naming it, right? So it's very important that you guys do that. And now we can go on to next, and we can go to the ad level. Okay, so you guys can either do this one of two ways. So you guys can do this as a Spark ad, and I have a video showing you guys how you guys can set up your Spark ads, but for this video, I'm not going to be doing that, right? So I'm gonna set up this custom identity, marketing with Dev. That's me. I could add a picture right here, so if you guys wanna add your avatar, your profile picture, you can add that right here, and then that would show up right here for the ad. And now when we get down, well, for ad format, we want to use single video, right? Very important that we do single video. And when we get down to the ad creatives, when we upload, it's very important now that we pay attention to what I'm about to say. So typically when we're running TikTok ads, we want to have between 4 and 8 different creatives that we're testing out at the same time, right? But if we're only going to be spending $20 a day, then we don't want to split that $20 between 4 to 8 creatives, right? So if we're going to be running ads on $20 a day, then I would recommend no more than 2 ads in your ad group, and we can split that $20 between those two. It's probably never going to be an even split, but still, we don't want to have too many creatives with that little spend. So what we're going to want to do from your library, I'll just use this video that I already have in here, and make sure that the video that you use, or the videos that you use, are videos that have performed well organically on either TikTok itself, or maybe Instagram or Facebook or whatever social media platforms you use. Make sure you kind of have some social proof that this video is actually kind of good, because we only have a little bit of spend, and we want to put that spend behind the creatives that can give us the best results. So after you have your first creative in, like let's say you wanted to add another one, you can either press this add button right here, which is going to make all of this blank and you can redo everything else, or you can just hit duplicate, which is going to duplicate everything that we already filled out right here, and then all you would have to do is change the creative. So you will put in your text right here, you will put in your website URL right here, and then you can just duplicate it, right? And obviously I didn't have any text there, I didn't have my URL there, but if I did, it would automatically be here and I wouldn't have to put it in again. And then we can go here to select update, add from library or from your computer, and then you can select your new creative that you want to put in here as well. So remember guys, when we're running TikTok ads with a small budget, be prepared for it to take a longer time to see certain results or getting some data back, because you have to understand that you're spending far less money than your competitors. So with that being said, you have to be more patient, right? So if you want to be less patient, then you would spend more money because you would get results faster, right? So remember, it's going to take money to make money. That's just a principle of business that if you aren't aware of, you need to be very, very aware of. So I hope you guys got a lot from this, showing you guys how you can set up your TikTok ads with a small budget. There are some differences in this that you would have to do that you wouldn't have to do if you were running ads with a larger budget, right? So make sure you guys are paying attention, make sure you guys are, noticing all of the differences that I'm telling you guys, because it really does make a difference, right? So hope you guys liked it.